oil, gas ordinance.
You wanna go back to what we used to do before?
What did we used to do before?
We had conditional uses now. They took away, if I understand, they did away with, I mean, all permitted uses, I believe.
Yep.
Yeah.
That would be one thing.
That would be.
That's one of the things they did.
I've been dissecting the Elizabeth Forward one,
Mhm.
and I say we model it after theirs. If so far they've gotten away with it, why can't we? And,
Your call.
I agree.
Well, yes, because I went from
and part of it's the application. I mean, why shouldn't we get as much money
yes.
out of it, this deal, if we're gonna have to live with this crap?
I agree.
Okay, Dennis?
And also the feet, how much feet from
Yeah,
pre-existing wells.
Yes, because,
The feet too, yeah.
yeah, that has to change. The noise ordinance that they made worse needs to go back. And I wanna see if if it's continuous noise, like I have, it needs to go by FERC regulations of the 46.8, which I do have. I could provide a copy of that out of the FERC.
But you
manual.
wanna do,
So there's a lot of changes.
so you want me to take forward and implement that and then make changes about noise?
Mm-hmm.
So,
See, because, and I mean, I know forward, it says like 60 decibels.
50, no, it was 50. Something I was looking at in,
Yeah.
it's 55.
Okay, maybe, yeah, they had a lot of changes, they made a lot of changes. Because they kept on changing it to make it, no, this isn't, it's too close. They, they changed their setbacks. So, but I definitely wanna change the noise. I mean, at least the boundary of any lot not to exceed sound levels at the measuring point. At agriculture and residential, it used to be 55, but they changed it to 60. And, but I just know, well,
what district do you live in? What is your district?
I believe it was was it RD? I'm not sure, R3? All I know is it was residential. I mean, it does say in here, or the applicable standard imposed by state or federal law, whichever is more stringent. So, I don't know if that then would go back to FERC.
I see they changed the setbacks for compressor stations and all that also, didn't they?
Yes. They changed a lot of things. But I don't think anybody there shouldn't be a wellhead. I think, Forward Township is 1,250 feet, correct, is the setback?
1,000. 1,000 from existing building, we're at 500. The
Okay,
township right now is at 500.
Right,
yeah,
And then the edge of a well pad, their forward is 750, we're at 300. So we're half of what the
yes.
Forward Township is saying.
Cecil Township is dealing with this issue now. I got on their web where they had a meeting where they had representatives from the oil company from Houston come up and did statistics, and there was a couple doctors that really shut them down regarding the health hazard because of the University of Pitt study that came out regarding cancer
Mm-hmm.
And, actually, the 43 PA Grand Jury Protection Act says it should be 2,500 feet for safety, but you're not gonna get that.
That would probably be challenged right away.
Right, you're not gonna get that. So they're looking at 1,000 feet.
So I think the Ford wants to make it easier to do oil and gas, at least that's my understanding.
I'll go for it.
Uh-huh. Cecil.
Oh, Cecil, okay, yeah, well, yeah, it sounds like it.
Mhm.
As soon as they bring the oil company
Right.
up to.
They brought them up as,
say this thing, that's what
but the
they're doing.
rebuttal was really, you have to listen to it. I was very impressed with that.
Well,
I mean, we're not gonna change what we have here,
Right,
but when you look at that Caton well pad and you look at the edge of it, and just
From those pictures I got from the sky.
pictures from the
Oh.
sky,
Mm-hmm.
there's the edge of the well pad, here's somebody's swimming pool.
it looks
It
like,
is feet.
it looks like it's right in the middle of a neighborhood.
It is,
Yes.
sorta,
It is.
sorta.
Yeah,
It is.
When was that put in, by the way?
I don't know when they built that.
The original go-ahead came from the old planning commission board,
The one that had an airport or what?
us, before they threw us off. But then they went and changed everything after that too.
So this is after they got rid of me, and you guys,
They kept us another year.
and so you guys approved the location of
We
that?
approved it with, with what we were told anyway.
Alright, so basically with oil and gas, you want something that's gonna be more protective of the health, safety, and welfare of the residents
Yes,
of the township.
yes.
So this is gonna have to revamp pretty much the whole thing. Okay, I can do that. I'll try that for your next meeting.
And you have all four townships.
I do. And again, I will, according to law, you can assess a fee that's commensurate with the amount of expense the municipality expends in the circumstance. When that fee you're charging goes well above that, then the courts have basically looked at that fee and interpreted underneath the local tax enabling act that says it can be more expensive. There's no basis for that. I'm just making sure you're aware of it. There's certain things, alright?
But again, if Forward Township hasn't been challenged yet,
Oh, that's
you're
what-
looking at 2018. So there,
I'm just telling you,
the
I'm just-
changes,
I
the
will do it.
newest
Yeah.
is 2018.
We just don't want re-entry right now, they can just come in anytime, they're,
I mean, they can cut, once you.
they don't have to have, yeah.
They don't have to tell nobody.
They don't
They
have
just
to
Tell
do
them
it.
They don't have to pay
I
it.
As
thought
long
you-
as the
we can do-
board says it's okay.
I need the old orders that we had, they'd have to come in and they'd have
Yes,
to come back. And
Come back and have another hearing.
Oh, yeah, no,
not now.
that's not now.
And with 54 laterals up there, 37 there, and 56 on Patterson, they're gonna be here for the next 100 years, maybe. Because they're only gonna drill it, how many at a time? And then they'll come back.
I made it, they'd have to come back.
I just
fine.
can't
Nobody knows.
imagine the damage that they're gonna do to the township,
Oh, they are.
with that much lateral.
But this one up here, this one up by in the neighborhood, that's awful close to it.
It is.
That one, the Sarah well pad is really close, their house is 200 feet away from the well.
When was that put in?
That's, there, is it in?
That was after Lori was
That was
gone.
after Ruth.
Yeah,
That's a big one too.
that's a big one.
It's got double pads. The pilot couldn't figure out what that second pad was for.
It is,
Alright, so what I'll do is I'll look at the board, I'll use that as a model, I'll throw in other stuff. Compressor stations, I think,
industrial, they can't put any more unless it's an industrial. I don't want it to be in any residential, I don't think, knowing what I go through, I don't want anybody else to have to go through that.
now do they monitor at all, like, is it required by law?
No, they don't.
Well, they were supposed to give quarterly, Pollution reports, I don't know if that's being done. I know they did submit some, but I don't, nobody,
I did a right to know for them, and they acted like I had 14 heads.
I mean, they are supposed to provide that, and, they are self-reporting for any incidents.
If they report.
They are not going to report. The last incident I reported.
Disappeared off the website. It was there, now it's gone, because I just looked for it.
No. So, yes, I don't want anybody else to have to go through, you know. And I think a lot, this is coming, I didn't know way back when anything about on gas. I mean,
When we approved the tracks, we went on basically good faith,
yes.
and look at the disaster we ended up with.
Exactly, because, yeah, and so did we, and we were told this compressor station was gonna run at 37 decibels.
Oh my.
That's what they told us. That's it, I have the hearing, the transcripts. That's what they told us. Well, no.
The trucks had an incident.
Yeah,
Was
a
it
couple of
They
them.
drilled in the middle of winter with an inversion. And, the one resident stepped out of his house up on Cardox and got deathly ill, almost died because of this inversion.
Some
And
kind of
he fought it until the day he died.
wasn't that some kind of fluoride? It was some.
The frac fluids and a methane pocket. It was the methane pocket.
Yeah. And, yeah, he blistered and then got pierced.
And up until the day he died, like his legs had like these big red splotches. And there was something, it was something with his hair, like scalp, I don't know.
I wonder, him passing away didn't have anything to do with it.
Don't know, they didn't do an autopsy.
Who passed away?
Mick from Cardox Road.
Oh, Vicky.
Yeah, last year. It's been a year,
Well, they're
like
saying-
right around now.
They're
A
saying-
year and a couple days.
They're saying that,
It's in March.
Yeah.
they're saying basically that there's negative, the cancer is an issue.
Well, wasn't he died of heart first?
Don't know.
They don't even know.
They didn't do an autopsy. I have no idea. I would have.
Well, we always used to, we were complaining because all would smell and it would be, it smells like diesel. And they're like, well, we don't have anything diesel up there. And we're like, what's the smell then? What are we smelling? I
Well,
didn't have the DEP, they came and put a thing in my yard, but it was only 24 hours. I wanna say, you gotta have it more than 24 hours to collect VOCs and stuff like that, but.
They didn't do it right either. Mick knew that one they had in your yard. You're supposed to go out and literally capture air and push something and push it into something. They did it when the tracks
They did
thing.
a canister there and up at the.
But they didn't do nothing with them. They just threw them in your yard.
Yeah, yeah.
So reentry, it is, you do have to have conditional use, but it says that the town operator may rely upon conditions set forth in original conditional use approval. The township may not change or amend the original conditions or ordinance terms concerning setbacks. So why, you can't change it? Even if you have conditional use, the same conditions apply. So,
They don't want anything.
but if you can't change, then why would you have conditional use?
I thought it said that you didn't, that the board just deemed that it wasn't necessary.
Yeah, I thought there was something in there too, about not having.
Yeah.
Alright, so I'll, got this, like that, I'll change everything. Alright. I also sent you a couple other things. I sent you